This morning, I'm at the Foothill Unity Center and I'm talking with Betty McWilliams, the Executive Director of the Center. Morning, Betty.
Good morning.
Now, there's one thing that we'll cover later on in the conversation, but before we start, how about you tell us just about the mission and the things tied into the Foothill Unity Center so the viewers would know more about it?
Well, Foothill Unity Center is your local multi-service food pantry. We provide health services, food, groceries, crisis services, transportation, a variety of services to the very low income and the homeless along the foothills here from Azusa to Pasadena.
Now, you did mention that there's multiple locations, so if you could mention where they are.
We do. We have a food distribution at center in Monrovia, and that's 415 West Chestnut in Monrovia. And then in Pasadena, the 191 North Oak in Pasadena.
And the cities you cover were more than what I thought, right?
Yeah, we got 11 cities. We go Pasadena, South Pasadena, Altadena, Arcadia, Sierra Madre, Monrovia, Duarte, Baldwin Park, Irwindale, and Azusa.
Wow, and you
Yeah.
memorized that all.
I did.
Now there is, of course, a qualification process, right? Who qualifies for your services, or how does
Well,
that work?
we do serve the very low income, and we ask people to bring in IDs for the whole household. We look at the household. Uh, uh, we look at their income and rent receipts, and we ask people to do that one time a year so that we know that they are qualified, and then we update our files once a year.
Excellent. Now, it wouldn't be that you would have much to give if people didn't give to you, right?
That's right.
So how does that work?
Well, hey, we're a community effort, and we can only give what we get and what we receive. And believe me, we use every single thing that we receive, and we get it right to our families. And especially with the food, we have 6 distributions, 3 in Monrovia, 3 in Pasadena a week. And if something comes in that needs to get out right away, we get it right out, and we don't waste. We also share with the community if there's something that isn't going to last. But it's the community helping us, being able to help others.
Sure, and that the community is businesses as well as individuals. So, what do you expect them to bring in? Is it food and supplies or funds?
All of the above, everything. Really, funds are extremely important, and I know people do say that. But like for our back to school program, if you go out and buy a 20 to 35, $40 backpack and bring it in, that is absolutely wonderful. But if you give us that 30 or $40, we could buy 5 or 6 backpacks with that money. So we stretch that dollar much, much more.
That's amazing. And I did, as I was preparing here, I did witness a person bring in a hefty check, and that's really nice and impressive.
Well, that's what makes us work. And, you know, in the last 10 years, between 93 and 96% of your dollar went to programs. So we're a lean
Very good.
organization.
Well, let's continue on to the warehouse.
Great. Okay.
So here we are at one of the storage facilities, and behind us and around us are some school supplies. What is this for?
Well, we do the services all year round, but we found that our families found it very difficult to be able to prepare their child for back to school, to that first day of school, feeling good about yourself and having the right supplies. Our kids were not equipped, and our families couldn't afford it. So we started a back to school program.
And that's so important for the kids. So we are now back to school event.
Yes, well, the back to school event we have now at last 7 years done it at Santa Anita Racetrack, and because it's such a large venue and they're so wonderful to us, it's my favorite. We get to invite all of the community to come and help us. What we do at the back to school is we give our children that are qualified and registered, our client families, back to school backpack, a brand new backpack, school supplies, which we do here and put it all together, underwear, socks, all new, shoe cards that pay less. We have uniforms, high school clothing, haircuts and manicures. It's just like a big kids fair. One of the kids came and said, "Oh, a kids fair," and it's a fun thing.
That's exciting just to hear, you mentioned socks too, not just books and so on, and it's
And
really cool.
underwear,
And
yeah.
and that's
It's
really cool to
important.
have that all. And now, in order, one of the more important things is in order to be participating in the event or receive help with that, what does a person need to do?
Well, what they would need to do is call Foothill Unity Center. We have two centers, as we talked about, and our people will help you. You would need to bring in information, and you become part of our family, our Foothill Unity Center family. You not only would qualify for the back to school, but for the food and the other services as well.
And the registration is done then?
It is done then, right?
Okay. So now we have the event, and we're going to go a little bit into another room where we'll need some more stuff to talk about.
Well, you can see this wonderful donation of binders that we got here. So we were only able to give what we received. So
So, Betty, when is the event happening?
it is happening August the 16th. It's Thursday. And we'll have about over 400 volunteers. We also do the dental screening and the vision screening. We have
Now, in the back, you see some of the distribution desks here, and they are not full. So we do need help.
We
And
do.
all right.
Yes. I mean, you can only give what you get, and it really takes the whole community helping us with these school supplies. If we don't have enough, then we can't give to that grade, and we really need the help from the community.
All right. So, Betty, thank you so much for this tour and enlightening what the Foothill Unity Center does. And hope you have a great
Yeah,
event.
and do help us. I mean, come and help us with your volunteer time and your dollars and the supplies. If you don't know what to get, give us a call.
All right.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
For Local View, Nick Zigich.